The Charlotte Road Oval, or the Roval, hosts us for Mad Week 10. Across the start finish, we're going to turn 1. Awkward banked turn with cars going on the other side of that wall. There's the pit exit, followed by turns 3 and 4. You can actually violate track limits, as it were, by going out over here and then swooping back in for turn 5, 6. You can hear the cars go by there. There's a wall that splits one side of this to the other. Here it is from the exterior camera. You get a better look at this. Look to the right-hand side. There's the turn 1 entry, so it gives you an idea what's going on there. Now we're on to the NASCAR banking after that. Oh, and you can see some contact. This was my fastest lap, but I just scraped the wall. Therefore, it invalidated my lap time. Even though it was my fastest lap, it would have put me 6th on the grid, but it was invalid because of that contact. Therefore, I qualified 10th. Coming into the bus stop chicane, this breaks up the NASCAR banking of the speedway. Again, you can kind of ignore track limits on this circuit. You can actually go down the lower apron below the blue line and not violate it. And here comes into a really tough chicane. This one has really big bumpers there that if you hit them, you will fly. So qualifying was really difficult with GT3s on circuit. We're so much faster than them. Here's an example of this guy, his first time leaving the pits early in qualifying. I'm in the background here. I have just done 12 laps. I've burnt the fuel off. I'm getting lighter. I'm putting in fast lap after fast lap. This guy just needs to get out the way. I flash my headlights. I come swooping in, and it looks like I run right into the back of him, which I do, but here it is from my perspective. I know he just left the pit lane. There's no reason for him to even attempt to take this turn. It looks like he's going to hold the inside line. No, he goes to the outside line. So that ruins 15 minutes of fuel burning. Here's another example of the braking abilities, how different it is for the speed that we can carry through here, the shenanigans of qualifying. There were cars everywhere during quali. Here's another example of an LMP2 trying to pass a GT3 into turn 2. This causes a wreck as other cars come through. Now I'm going to come through in the qualifying. Yellow flags are waving, but there's nowhere to go. Oh man, I punted this guy off of the circuit. Look at that. Oh my god, he left the pit lane and a car reset in front of him, but it didn't, interesting, the physics model still said the car was here, so he hits it and then I hit him. Great gyro camera right there. So qualifying was a shit show. I came through in 10th, but I actually got 8th because 2 guys up in front, I don't exactly know why they went to the back of the queue. It could be penalties from the last race. I was on comms trying to talk to them to figure this out, but I couldn't get it sorted. I wasn't sure if I was out. I didn't want to get penalized for moving up the grid like this, so I forgot to warm up my tires during this. You do that by holding the brakes. So anyway, here we go, green flag. I've got cold brakes, cold tires coming into turn 1. Pretty neat and tidy, although I lose out and go wide there. I believe that's Cody taking the inside line, or maybe it's Andrew. And then we pretty much settle into single file. I'm now in 9th position of 11 LMP2s. Pretty solid heading into turn 5, 6 here. Going back up the hill. You see Elliott go a little wide. You know, coming down through the section where I had tagged the wall, you see me, big moment going through turn 7, 8. Here's the onboard. I'm gonna just go over a bit of a crest here on the left hand. The car steps out and I have to just manhandle it back around. Very difficult to do with a Formula rim. Here it is in slow-mo. You can see how much I was working the wheel. And that matches what I had to do with my hands in real life outside the sim. And Cody's behind me. He sees this big wiggle and it disrupts him so much he actually goes up and he tags the wall. So now we go into the NASCAR banking, turn 1 into turn 2, heading down towards the bus stop. We're side by side. I commit to sending it, but cold tires, I barely make it. Almost tag the wall. Here it is from Ken's perspective. We're back side by side for NASCAR turn 3-4. Ken's misshifting there. I don't really know why. Now, I had much better qualifying pace than Cody. I'm not going to let him get in front of me. I'm going to pull away. And like even through this chicane, like I have better speed. You see a little bit of tire smoke. That's because farther up ahead, Chris has a moment here. Has to cut over but you can see he caught air. And that's going to lap 2, so I'm able to gain a position here, promoting me to 8th. And we caught traffic pretty early on, like lap 3. We're so much faster around here, but it didn't get too crazy until lap 6. We have the battle for 4th here. Elliott versus Nathan. They go side by side through turns 1 and turn 2. Great racing from these two guys. Heading into turn 4, Elliott goes a bit wide, tags the wall. His car momentarily disappears. That's just a function of the replay file. And in front of them, Justin gets held up here behind the GT3 that stole the line and then tries to give it back for the second part of the apex. He should have cut back over to the right, but was more responsible and didn't do that. You can see how Nathan's able to close up, but he's spinning up the rears. He's overheated them. It's just, it never settled for him. Amazing how he was just power sliding this thing around. Unfortunately for him, that little tap there actually would give a little bit of rear damage to Nathan's car. And during all that madness, Doug was able to swoop through. So now lap 9, Doug's in front of this group. This is still the battle for 4th. Oh, you see Elliott send it through the chicane. Looks like he didn't want to run into the back of him, so he kind of did a different line and just couldn't hit the braking zone, and he apologized. Unfortunately, he spun him around, but hey, you know, I get promoted to 7th on that. And by lap 11, Nathan and Andrew are in a battle for 5th. Andrew's sizing him up. Takes the inside line for the bus stop. Able to get the job done. To keep chasing down Elliott. So here's Nathan's car. If you look at the rear, you can see the rear right is slightly kinked. And turns like this, that became evident. And then he hits the grass, spinning it around. Tough luck for Nathan. So I'm able to go through, promoting me to 6th. Now we're on board Justin, lap 15. He's in a battle with Michael for 2nd place. Again, you can see these GT3 traffic. It's tough kind of slicing and dicing through here. The LMP2s are faster through all parts of the circuit. Maybe here we don't have much of an advantage. But you can see Justin time this perfectly, getting a better outside line, dipping down below the blue line for a great pass here to go side by side with Michael, but he's not going to yield. They go into the bus stop here side by side. Oh, wow. Dave, very aggressive. Stuck to his apex. So now they're going to go through NASCAR 3-4 banking. Coming into the chicane towards the start finish, and finally Justin's able to get the pass done. By lap 17, we see the leader there go through, and then it's still a battle for second between Justin and Michael. You can see that GT3 hold up Justin, and Day's cheeky. Michael's able to swing through. Great pass. By lap 19, we have Day. Oh no, he had GT3 traffic. He tried to send it on both of them. Clips the inside curve of turn 1, so Justin's able to swing through. And that little bit of damage would cause Day a bit of issue, but then he ran into computer problems and just straight up disconnects from the circuit. So he's out. I'm battling him in the championship, so that's great news for me. We see a GT3 wreck in front of me, basically at the same place where Day crashed out, so now I'm in 5th. We're now 25 laps further. Third down. No, Andrew's in 4th place, I believe. Runs into the back of this guy. I mean, listen, bud. If your car looks like this, you should probably just park it. Oh, jeez. And he gets kicked to blimp cam. Too many track violations. So lap 26 comes along. I decide to pit. Let me speed this up real quick. Interesting, they just announced in iRacing that next season we'll be able to do fuel and tire changing at the same time. Also interesting is that they're increasing the tire degradation. They're basically accelerating it so that right now we don't stop for tires, but in the future, next season we probably will be doing tire. There will be a cliff with these tires. I've caught up to Andrew, who's had a bit of damage after running into that Lambo. So I didn't know that happened, but he doesn't defend very much into turn 1, so I'm able to get a good clean pass here and take 4th position. So Miles and Justin are in the battle for the championship, and Miles is the first to pit there. Now this is his lap afterwards. Justin had come into the pits on this lap, so we'll see if Justin exits. There's the pit exit. Where's Justin? Oh no, there he is. So Miles was able to, he would finish a couple seconds up the road from Justin. You actually can, right at the end of this clip, you'll be able to see Miles down there. There he is. Now we're on board Elliott. This is lap 33. I'm in a battle for 3rd with him. Comes down into the bus stop. Everything looks okay, but it looked like the fronts just kind of scooted on him. He was far enough up ahead that I didn't pass him during that instance, but watch his steering input. It looks like he's cooked the tires. He's actually used up all of the available traction. It just won't turn anymore. And so we'll do a side-by-side comparison here. Watch me through the same sequence. Yes, I have less grip, but I'm still getting car rotation. In fact, a little bit of oversteer. So I'm able to still hold a good, fast racing line. So next season, this is interesting for guys like me. I don't normally push the limits of the tires as much, whereas it looks like Elliott used up his tires very quickly, so he's going to have even worse tire degradation next season. You can even see I get a better drive. This could be aero damage from when he just touched the wall a few laps ago. But I'm able to swoop through here. I'm lining this up. We've just got a few laps to go to finish this race. I get into the slipstream and I go, you know what, screw it. I'm going to send it here. I don't want to get caught out, so I split through. This GT3 kind of gets in the way, but thankfully I'm able to get the pass done. That's my first podium of the series this year, P3, and with Michael's retirement, that moves me up to 3rd in the championship. And we can see Justin is now tied again with Miles. Oof, good stuff.